Knowles will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll give it to the back. Got room at the 35. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll pitch it. Hard running there. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
The give to the tailback. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in the game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer!
Sooner!
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Ramsey. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Bryson. Gets it out quickly. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season. On point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll try the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The throw to the outside is complete. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he got loose. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on second and goal. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got second and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage. Didn't make a big mistake. Throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got third and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on fourth.
Hard-hitting tackle.
Man, what an unbelievable stop by this defense. Fourth down and goal. You gave up some yards. You stuck with it. You knew the QB was going to have the football in his hands. You didn't let him get to the goal line. The big fourth down stop.
Man, it's right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's got his man. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
Going up top on first down. He's got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
They go to the wide receiver screen.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Running back searching for a hole. They finally make the stop with the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Give him 96 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback keeps it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on third down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Bryson. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
It's complete on the right side. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They keep attacking through the air. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. On the run, fires downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, Florida State. A great catch and run for 6.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Line gets set, first down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets open down the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for an open man on second down. Makes the catch. It's Flores. And tackled there by the defense. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first.
And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room, you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its head. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Steps away to find some room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
Makes the grab on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking to throw, it's Bryson. Buys a little time. And he's got it at the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
All right, offense cooking right now. That's a nice pass and catch, a big gainer, and it now sets the offense up down in the red zone.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to scramble. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. He wants to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, no! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big, fat no. They're trailing by 14 to the Red Hawks of Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touch.
He's off to the races. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Scanning the field, it's Bryson. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's the end of the third quarter. Oklahoma 38, Florida State 17.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quarterback will audible. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Working that left side.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. And the Sooners get it past the sticks. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football. Run.
And it slipped out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. These corners backing off a bit. Dropping back, it's Bryson. Going for the big play. And the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Makes the grab. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. They'll give it to him again. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying play action. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown Sooners! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Bryson. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On second down, he'll fire. He's going up top here late in the game. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Got some room to run. The 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Florida State.
After this, it'll be a wrap. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all